Good morning, everyone. It is Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How you doing today? Today is the 18th. It is Sunday. It is raining. It is a gloomy, gloomy day here today in Northern Ohio. I hope you all are having a better weather day than I am. Doesn't matter. I'm not going outside anyway. Still not allowed out of the house. I'm kind of grounded, but that's okay. I want to welcome you to the yarn room today. It's awesome to be able to get in here and make videos from here. So that's cool. So what are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about hooker versus hooker and luck of the draw 9. Ooh, yep, luck of the draw 9. So first, hooker versus hooker for August. Hooker versus hooker is sponsored, created by Jan the Alaskan Crafter and Laura from Mamie's Crochet and Farming, and they have this competition, just friendly competition, where every month there's Jan and Laura and an additional podcaster that's picked out of volunteers and a subscriber that's picked out of volunteers. And listen, if you are a subscriber, you can come up and still participate in this. You don't have to have an avid channel, an active videoing channel. It's painless, and usually the subscribers win. They've been doing this all year, and I think there were 3 months that the subscribers did not win, because you guys are way better than we are. So anyway, then they have 2 people, a subscriber and a podcaster, that pick a project and up to between 2 and 5 colors of yarn that you have to use to make said project. Then at the end of the month, they show their projects, the 4, Jan and Laura, the podcaster picked, and the subscriber who volunteers to participate. And there's a competition as to who wins. Who created the most creative, coolest, best made project. Whatever you want to base your project winning criteria on. But they go live, and you get to vote live, and a winner is picked. I have participated every month except for one, when I was out of town a lot and I couldn't do it that month. So for the month of August, the item to be made, it was real general. They gave you all kinds of room. Something Halloween. One month it was footwear. One month it was a plant, some kind of vegetation looking thing. And they were real creative with all these. One time was amigurumi. So anyway, it goes from one range to the other. And so anyway, this month was something Halloween. So I opted to kind of do a twofer. Maybe you would even consider it a threefer. So hooker versus hooker. The colors were black. This is a huge ball of generic Dreamweaver black. If you guys have been around for a while, you've heard of that. That's the yarn company. This is Dreamweaver purple. I think it's mostly all Red Heart yarns that local company, I think, had like millions and excess stock, and they were selling it really inexpensively. And so I stocked up. Every time I went to the store, I would buy like $10 worth of yarn. This huge ball was $2. I remember that. They were selling these anywhere from 2 in a pack, always 2 in a pack, $1.29 to $1.99 for 2. And then the store owner said, that's a pain in the rear end, and he quit doing it. I'm like, no! So this is Karen 1 pound. This is the green I used. Those 2 don't have color names, but y'all know Karen 1 pound. This color is called Limeade. And then there was white, and I had a Karen 1 pound really falling apart in white. And then I had more of the Dreamweaver yarn. Like I said, I have a note in here. I did, and this one's orange. I did buy them quite a bit. And for a while, that was the majority of my yarn stash. But I used them, and I liked the colors, and I was able to, oh, I was able to, oh, I didn't do the mouth the right way. I'll show you later. I'll show you that note in a minute. I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, those are the colors you had to use. And it has to, your project has to include all the colors. Even if it's just this much of the color, you have to have at least one stitch of every color in your project in order to qualify. And you can't use variegated yarns. You can't use additional colors. So these are great Halloween colors. And I decided to do granny squares for my Hooker versus Hooker challenge. I did 6 granny squares to go with Billie, the crafty Floridian, who is collecting holiday themed granny squares for Boggy Creek blankets, and she's putting them together. You send her the squares, she'll make the blankets. And she's asking for Halloween themed ones, Christmas or St. Patrick's Day. So I'm like, I'm right in there. So that being said, this also works for Jackie. Oh my goodness, I'll list her in the description box below. Crochet 80 HD and her granny square. Oh, good Lord. Hip to be squared. So I got a 3-fer in this. So the first one is a dragon's eye. The circle to square pattern I used was from the Crochet Crowd. I have a 3D granny square book that was kind of my like inspiration to do this, and I was going to use squares in that book, and their squares were too big. Billie wants 4mm or 4 worsted weight yarn and 6x6 squares. Well, the squares that I was looking at there were 9x9, I think, so I had to eliminate that. Then I just kind of did my own thing. So this was all of these are circle to square, and I just embellished them. And this is completely loose. So lots of texture, and so I like that. Obviously a jack-o'-lantern. Every square doesn't have every color, but in between all the squares, I have every color. This one is a big old bat, vampire bat. I hope the googly eyes are going to be okay. I mean, they are safety eyes, and I did melt the backs, so they will not come off, and they are not sharp. So I hope that's not going to be a problem. Because I made them, and then somebody said, you know, that might not work. I'm like, and I had done 2 already with those googly eyes on there, and I did them the same way. And the googly eyes, the head is a separate piece. I don't know if you can tell that. So you can't, there's no. So I made them as safely as I can. The other one I did with googly eyes, you'll see in a minute. This one is Mike from Monsters Inc. Or my version of Mike from Monsters Inc. With like leggy, froggy kind of eyes. The next one is Frankenstein. So this is what the note was in the bag my daughter drew. She says, make Frankenstein. Well, I did it with a circle instead of a square inside of a square because I wanted to make sure they all kind of matched. And I forgot to do, I should have done that and the mouth. But then Frankenstein can't talk if his mouth is zippered shut. So she was helping me come up with ideas. And then finally, my spider. And his legs, as you can see, are all wonky. So those are the 6 squares that I'm going to send to Billie, the crafty Floridian, and she can put them in a blanket. And I'm really, really glad to be done with these because that's a project I can count off my list. Because luck of the draw is starting on Thursday. So today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days. It's going to be on Mama Swift's channel. She's back. She started making videos again. I didn't even know. She didn't even tell me. I'm like mad at you, Trish. You didn't tell me beforehand to look out for your video or when you published it. So anyway, she is doing videos again. She has created a Boggy Creek Blanket. I guess Juan the Yarn Addict is going to do the tutorial for it. And that will be on his channel when it's done. But she did send me the pattern because I want to use her pattern to make the Luck of the Draw, since she is hosting Luck of the Draw for Nan. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Luck of the Draw, Nan from Nan's Next Knots hosted this weekly Luck of the Draw. So you use 9 colors. One of them is going to be your basic color. And you use 3 rows of the blanket out of your basic color. And you can use any stitch pattern you want. You can use any colors that you want. I just emptied this bag, and guess what's going in it? The Luck of the Draw colors. So you can help me pick them out. I'm just going to put these yarns. And I have not looked at Trisha's pattern yet. I haven't obviously started it yet, but she did send it to me. And I'm hoping that it's going to be live before Thursday. So I guess I need to talk to her more about that. Because if you guys want to make the Luck of the Draw in her blanket version, which is apparently a good thing to do, that's what we're going to do. So anyway, I'm going to start with the black. This is going to be black. And that's going to be my main color. Because obviously I have a big ball of that. Then I'm thinking I'm going to go into that big stash of new neon colors I just got. And I'm going to pick out 8 other colors. So, and you number these colors. I'm not going to number them right this second because I didn't bring anything to number them with. But I will number them later. So, the way it works. You pick out your 8 separate colors from your basic color. You do 3, well, I don't know, I'll have to figure out the math on it. Trish said her blanket, to get it in the parameters, she did 70 rows. And she's only going to do it for 10 weeks. So you'll have to do more rows per week. But if it's a simple pattern, the pattern that Nan used to use was very easy. And if you wanted to do a square blanket, Jaxie has a square blanket. Jaxie from Creations by Jax made last year that was Nan's Next Knots rectangular blanket pattern that she turned into a square. And that's so easy to make in a 40 by 40 square. It works up really quick and easy. I think I want to do a back and forth blanket. So I think I want to do Trish's, because hers is row by row. And because on the squares, when it gets to the biggest parts of it, it takes a while. And I'm going to be competing in hooker versus hooker. Jan is off in the month of September. And I have to make another hooker versus hooker that has to be something competitive worthy, because I'm going to win this time. They're going down. And so that being said, I want something I can just right through, instead of as it gets bigger, it takes longer. Because I'm going to have to concentrate on my hooker versus hooker project, which we don't know. Well, on the 24th, we'll go live on Laura's channel, and the pickers will have picked. And they will let us know. They'll be revealing what project type we have to make. And then we have to find a pattern and pick out yarn and make it by the end of the month. So from September 1st through September 30th. And we can't show it because I'm a competitor. I can't show you what I'm making. I can show you what yarn I'm using. And I can trash talk everybody else. But I'm not allowed to reveal what I'm doing until the actual reveal. So if I say I haven't done anything but work on my hooker versus hooker in a video, you'll understand. So anyway, I'm going to pick out 9 colors, or 8 more colors. So every week Trish will go live and she'll pick a number, because you've numbered your 8 balls of or skeins of yarn from 1 through 8. And she'll pick a number, and that's the color you use this week to do your three. So you do, like for me, the basic color is going to be black. So I'll do 3 rows of black, and then I'll do 3 rows of color number 7 that she picked this week. Then I'll do 3 rows of black, and the next week she'll pick not color number 7. That's the one thing, is you leave out the color of the previous week, the current week. So there's no back-to-back colors. And that's the only caveat, is that there's no back-to-back colors. So then she picks number 3. So then you use color number 3 yarn for the next week. You get to pick your project. You get to pick your stitch. You get to pick everything but the way the colors go in. So it's 3 rows of the basic color, which in my case is going to be black, and then 3 rows of whatever number she picks. There was one time she picked there was one number picked once, and it was like I used a variegated yarn to pick my colors, and you can use a variegated yarn, but I used a variegated yarn to pick my colors from. I chose this variegated, just yarn off the shelf, and I said, oh, I'm going to, pick colors to coordinate with that. And the variegated yarn color was picked one time the whole time. I'm like, this doesn't pull together if we don't get some of these variegateds in there. I think it did end up, Jan did it for 20 weeks, and I think it did end up that I had that color in there twice, but we were, oh gosh, probably into the teens. We were definitely into the teens. And several colors have been used more than once, even more than twice on some of them. I'm like, listen, I don't think that number's even in there. And it did come up twice throughout the 20 weeks, but it was probably week number 14 before it ever came up once. So your blanket choice will, and the amount of yarn you use will be determined on the pattern that you choose. I have always never gone through a whole skein of yarn, I don't think, other than the main color, because you continuously use that. But if I use that big ball of black, I should be okay. So I think, let's see. So let me pull some of these out of here that I think I want to use. Oh, yeah. I don't want it to look like it's a girl blanket. I just want it to look like it's a neonish blanket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 right there. Oh, but do I want to use this pink or that pink? I only have one of those. I have 3 of these. I think we're going to trade out the pink to the craft value. Yep, okay, so let's see what we decided here. And I will get a marker and put these together eventually. So, I set them all on top of the bag that I want to put them in. That wasn't very bright of me. Okay, so, not in this necessary order because I'm just going to randomly pull them out. But color number 1. And this will be 2. Or I don't know for sure how they're going to be numbered. I'm just going to pull them out of the bag and number them. Purple. Oh, so I should tell you the colors. Most of these are all going to be Big Twist that I just purchased. You all know about Big Twist value. So this one is Grape. This one is Craft Smart. So this is the only one that's, yep, I think it's the only one that's not Big Twist. Craft Smart. And this color is, this is their Value Neon Yarns, and this color is just called Neon Pink. So 3. Oh, I didn't tell you the orange one. The orange one is Varsity Orange. And I did get a Slime Green. And the Gecko Green, Green Gecko. And the Safety Yellow. Maybe I should do this orange. This is the Orange Bright. Oh, you know what? I better not do the Safety. So I wasn't going to do this one. Wait a minute. Just hold on one second, darn it. Do I have... Let's do this. Jade. I'm going to do the jade instead of the peacock. Or this is teal. Yeah, that looks good. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. that's 8 of them. I like that very much. Oh, there they go, down on the ground. I was going to do the sapphire. I really like this color, but I'm using this in a blanket, a square blanket with squares in it for that Lynanne had given me. You guys sent Lynanne all those squares, and then she sent me squares. And I'm using that color, excuse me, in to add the squares for the last blanket that I have to make for her, or for Boggy Creek from those squares. And if I run short, I want to keep that one not in 2 different blankets at the same time, just in case. So let's review. We're going to use the black. We're going to use the grape. That's color number 1. Well, like I said, they're just going in the bag in this order right now, if I can get them in there. And we're going to use the teal and the neon pink and safety yellow and orange bright. Now I have a problem. This one went rolling away. Be patient with me. I gotta reach really far. Varsity orange. I need a bigger bag. And then the slime and the green gecko. I think this is going to be adorable. I have variegated. I could change out something and use a variegated from Hirschner's. But I think it's going to look cool if I don't. I think, so let's see if I can get these in this bag and hold up the bag and show you all together. If not, I'm not taking them back out. I don't know. Come on, your yarn, you're squishable. Should be squishable. Well, I don't think I need a bigger bag to hold all this, but that's going to give me an idea. That is going to be my luck of the draw colors. And I'm very excited. And usually, you know, the luck of the draw blankets don't take very long to work. You know, you can have it done on Thursday. She pulls the number on Thursday and you're done with it on Thursday until the next week. The first week, so before she even draws a number, I'm going to get my black started. And then when she draws the number, then I can do my color of the week. And for like 3 rows-ish. And then the black again and be ready for the next week. So you never have to do more than like 6 rows or whatever it works out for you for your project. And I might do not equal amounts of rows. I think she said her blanket is a 2-row repeat. Trisha, Mama Swift. I think she said her blanket is a 2-row repeat. So I might do like 2 rows and 4 rows. You know, 2 rows of black and 4 rows of the bright color and 2 rows of black and 4 rows of the color of the week instead of 3 and 3. It's 10 weeks, so I really have to do like 7 rows. So maybe 3 rows and 4 rows, 3 black, 4 bright, 3 black, 4 bright. That could work. I think I like that. 10 weeks, 7. Yeah. Yeah. And then the pattern won't always be on the same start. If it's 2 rows and I do an odd number than an even number, it should, right? Start on the opposite piece of the pattern every time. That could look really cool. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that's settled. So now if you guys do not know Mama Swift, I will have her linked in the description box below. She had videos for a while and then she stopped for a while and she's getting back into it. So if you don't know her, go click over there. If you do know her, go show her some love and say, hey, welcome back. And definitely participate in Luck of the Draw because it's fun. I don't know if she's going to be running. We had a messenger chat group. I don't know if she's going to be running that as well, but that always was so much fun. I used to get up really early on Thursdays for work, and Nan lives on the other side of the country than me, and so I would be like sending her memes. Hey, it's Thursday. What's my number? Here's a cup of coffee. Wake up. She'd be like, Lynette, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, sorry. I don't have that job anymore, so that won't be happening to poor Trish. I retired, and so now, yeah, I don't get up at 4 a.m. There will be no memes doing that, but lots of people were involved in the Luck of the Draw chit chat, group chat, and you could post your pictures of your progress, and we had a good time with that. So I'm not sure if Trish is doing that, but we'll ask her. Are you, Trish? If you are, let us know. And really and truly, guys, thanks for looking at my projects, my completed projects. I'm excited to have them done. I hope you participate in Luck of the Draw, the Luck of the Draw 9 Boggy Creek edition. I'm sure that will be a hashtag of something like that, like probably LOTD 9 Boggy Creek edition, or BCE or BCE, or not. I don't know. Maybe just Look at the Draw 9, because you don't have to send it to Boggy Creek. Let's be serious. You can do whatever you want with it. It's your project. And we just encourage Boggy Creek at this time of the year, most certainly. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for participating, if you do, in both Boggy Creek and in Luck of the Draw, and in Hooker versus Hooker. As I said, I am competing. Jan is off for the month of September, so I am in the competition, and wish me luck. I might be going, guys, I don't know what to make. So that's what's coming up anyway in the future. And Boggy Creek stuff, just a quick note, is a camp in Florida for chronically ill children that we do a blanket drive for. And you can just look up hashtag 20 and 25, because 2025 and 2025, that is one of our fill that truck, hashtag fill that truck. What else do we have? We have several. Just type in Boggy Creek and you'll get it stuff. I think everything says Boggy Creek in it that we do, pretty much. But there are tutorials for tumbleweeds, which are little pom-pom necklaces that the kids get as a kindness gift. Share the kindness is the idea behind that. They get to take home the hand-knitted and crocheted blankets. We did verify that the measurements are 35 to 40 wide, 40 to 50 long, 40-inch circle or square are the sweet spots. They will accept circle blankets. We were questioning that, and we did get the okay on it. We did open a Boggy Blanket Brigade, which the brigade is everyone that participates, be it sending squares to Billie or Lynanne from Nina's Knots Crochet, blankets to Nancy or Juan, questions to me. I'll be moving over the winter, so I'm not collecting anything. I'm actually shipping stuff out. Anyway, if you do any of the Boggy Creek stuff, really appreciate it. But we did open a swag shop for Boggy Blanket Brigade. The tumbleweeds, the link to the Teesprings Boggy Blanket Brigade swag, tutorials, videos from Boggy Creek, addresses to send things, all in the description box, in all of my videos from this point forward, a couple even past, but always in there. So you can always click there and figure out where to go. We did start a playlist because we have a challenge to designer podcasters to design a blanket for Boggy Creek. If you design a blanket specific for the measurements of Boggy Creek and you want to help sponsor Boggy Creek, you can come up on our Wednesday lives, reveal your blanket and the free tutorial on YouTube. So we'll send people to your channel to make your blankie and watch your tutorial, and then send us the blankie for Boggy Creek. So benefits to the subscribers, the viewers, the blanket makers, the Boggy Creek Brigade. Here's another choice of blankets. Benefit to you as the podcaster to have another platform to reveal your blanket. We will keep it in a playlist. It is attached also in my description box. And benefit to us because you will also talk about Boggy Creek. And the whole bottom line is a benefit to the kids. The more people we get making blankets, the more blankets we can donate. They have up to 160 kids at camp at a time. Not every week do they have that many, but it's up to 160 kids, and every kid gets to take home a blanket as a memorabilia. So they need them. They need them a lot. We donated 1,090 last year, and we wanted to double that this year at 2025 and 2025. I think it's 2025 and hashtag 2025 and 2025 BC, I think. Some of them don't have the BC on there, but you'll get the idea. So I want to, again, thank you. I just have to put my Boggy Creek blurb in there every time. You'll hear that a lot until the end. By the way, we're collecting the blankets till the end of January. In February, we will be filling that truck and sending them down, driving them down, which I can't wait. It's always so exciting to go there. It's a life-changing experience to see what happens there. And they have great videos to show you that as well. So, I get so choked up over it. It's so sentimental. Anyway, so thanks for participating in Boggy Creek Anything. We totally love it. There will be a live. We didn't do it last week for a bunch of various reasons, but we should be able to be live this week. I'm not sure whose channel. We got to figure that out, but we'll let you know before Wednesday. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, doing all the things, and mostly thanks for participating in Boggy Creek in any way that you can. See you later. Bye.